Hey, what's going on, fam? Thanks for tuning in to another dialogue of the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. And I was on Facebook this morning, and it kind of sparked up the thought. Something I witnessed sparked up the thought of this video, the topic of this video. Two young 13-year-old boys was shot in the back and killed. You know, this seems to be a regularity in the black community. You know, the constant, typical, unjustified, and some people may argue that, but I will say this, the unnecessary killing of young black men, and it's sad, you know, but this is going to be a raw red pill message. So some people not going to like it, but I'm going to tell it how it is. And I'm just going to speak the truth. And the truth going to hurt like a motherfucker, but it's the truth, you know. And we can't find solutions until we get to the truth. So I'm going to give my perspective on it. I did make a video, you know, a couple weeks ago concerning the eventual black revolution, you know, and it will happen, you know. Civil race war will pop off, you know, but we got to know the duality. You know, the black community is always in a state, you know, the black community is ran by women, so we already know that women have a victimhood mentality. You know what I'm saying? No matter what they do, the repercussions of it always leaves them as a victim. It's natural for a woman to be a victim because they are victims, so that's how they think. Being that 72% of the households are single mother households, you know, typically 72% of the race have victimhood mentalities and fail to dig deeper into situations to understand the root and the cause of why things are the way they are. Okay? First and foremost, I'm going to say this. The black race is wide open. It's wide open. It's wide open. You understand? The black race in America is a spoiled nation. We all know that women raise spoiled children. We also know, anybody who reads scripture, from my Bible reading and scripture reading, brethren, we know that our people are spoiled people. You know what I'm saying? Jacob is the spoiled people, man, the spoiled nation. And when we look at the fruition of everything in truth, we can see how everything came to be such, typically at the hands of the BAW. You know what I mean? We got to look back in time, you know. We were swinging from trees. We were in a slave field, you know what I mean? But we weren't broken. When slavery ended, even when we didn't have equal rights, we thrived. Because the strength is not in wealth. The strength is in the solidarity of the foundations of home. You understand? That's where it starts. Somebody can be in poverty, a family can be in poverty, but be a strong unit and proper functionality, and in many ways thrive and begin to thrive. It's the only way to come up out of poverty. You know what I mean? But as I said earlier, the black nation, the black American race, is wide open, and this is why a lot of police and, you know, racist white men can shoot us and kill us, and pretty much nothing happens. Because women don't raise warriors. Women don't raise fighters. Women don't raise... Oh, no, they raise fighters, but people who fight against their own kind. Willie Lynch, you know what I'm saying? They don't raise Fred Hamptons and Huey P. Newtons, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to raise that breed of men. So there's no defense. We have no defense. She's been used to weaken the race. You know, and she doesn't even know it. Nor does she consider it. Even the scriptures tells us that you cannot spoil a house unless you bound up the strong man. And once that strong man is bound up, Then you can go in and rob the house. You can spoil the home. You know, the house of our people is destroyed. And the reason why we wide open is because the strong man has been bound. Women claim they don't need no man, but it's self-destructive because the man is naturally the covering. They don't need no man, but then when their kids are getting killed in the street, then they're looking at the man. And we're at the point, I'm at the point right now where it's sad, and I do have a sense of unity. You know what I mean? I do have a sense of, you know, racial unity with my people to an extent, because there is a line, and the line is that a lot of our people are retrobate, and they are lost, and they are bound for destruction and to be destroyed. And it's just the truth. If you don't believe me, look at the news. Who do you see being destroyed on a constant basis? Getting shot, getting killed, getting raped, getting plundered. It's our people. You know what I mean? And the reason why this is happening, I will say again, is because we are wide open. So when you are wide open people, you free game. You at the mercies of all those around you. And something about, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The main thing about racial, social structures and how races interact with each other, it's about divide and conquer. You know we live in the land of pretty much white supremacy, man. You know, white people came over here, killed, slaughtered, plundered, did what they do. Because this is what they do. And this is what they did repeatedly throughout the world, throughout history. You know, and they have power over this land. And instead of the black race gaining their own power, because a lot of black women say black men are weak. They have a lot to say about black men, but they fail to realize that the reason why a lot of these young brothers are weak because they're raised by mothers, single mothers. They fail to realize they're part in fucking it all up and messing up the black power movements, man. Look at Black Lives Matter, started by men. The last violent revolt of the black race, of the black men. And what happened? Who sold us out? Who sold us out? George Soros paid off 3 black women, lesbians, to queer the movement. And now what the fuck BLM about? LGBT rights and, you know what I'm saying? And when it was never about that originally, man. You know, we gotta have our own thing. You know, it's like whenever it's time to turn something out or turn something on its head or bring confusion to something that is organized with purpose, the best way to do it is to go through the damn woman, man, because she seeks power, rulership, and authority, but when that's given to, but it's not her place. And when that's given to her, she will not turn it down. She's not going to deny it because she's not going to admit that it's not her place, because feminism tells her that she's equal to a man and that she's equal and that she can think and operate and make things happen like a man thinks, operates, and makes things happen. Quick question. What's the last powerful movement or anything that has happened that is good in the black community, for the community, and as the strength of the community? You can't strengthen a community and at the same time be in the family court every goddamn day, lynching your man, financially and economically binding your man. You can't talk about that black power shit and that conscious shit and bet you got kids by different men and you receiving child support checks. You can't talk that conscious shit and that black power shit and act like you pro black power when you killing off the numbers, when you having abortions at the highest rate out of any other race of woman. The only way this is going to work, and the only way we can begin to at least have a fighting chance, and honestly, it's going to have to be through bloodshed. You know, it's going to have to be through revolution. You can't fight violence with compassion, especially to a people who have no compassion or empathy for you. You know, the black woman thinks that she can disassociate herself with the black man, and that would remove her reproach, when she don't understand that the reproach of the black race is because of her. And now when she removes herself from the black man and adds that separatism between her and her covering, that is self-destructive. Because you being a single mother, your house is wide open. Who do you see on TV when these young boys are getting shot? Single mothers, crying. You know what I mean? Y'all seen that video of that little girl in the jail cell, that teenage girl in the jail cell getting raped on tape by the officer, man. On tape in the cell. On tape. The thing is, women think they equal to men, but what the fuck they gonna do about it when the war cry is made? They can't do nothing but cry victim. So if they was really smart, they would unify with the black man. They'll separate themselves. And unification with your covering takes separation from the system. Because you cannot serve two masters. You will love one and hate the other. And we can see who they have chosen because they don't love us. Look at it. Look around. They don't love us. They love the system. They love the white man. It's a swirling movement. They're happy for Meghan Markle. They're happy for Serena Williams. They don't love us. Because if they loved us, then they wouldn't choose the system. And we will have boys who are getting raised to be men with dignity, righteous pride. Because you know, pride can be a bad thing, but there are some things that you can righteously take pride in. You know, like in your culture and who you are. And dignity, and morals. Take pride in virtues. You know? They're not raising this breed. So who do they become? And who do they become? What do they gotta say about it? They victimize themselves to the breed that they create. I made a video on that. They breed with whom they breed. They raise these jelly-backed Negroes, these simp-minded, subjected-minded men who don't question authority, you know, obedient. The only time they get rowdy or make any noise is against their own people because they've been indoctrinated with white Jesus from their black mamas. They've been indoctrinated, you know what I mean? It's psychological, man. So psychologically, like the black woman is a no-touch zone. She's one of the untouchables, you understand? What I mean by one of the untouchables, if you speak anything against her, you are denigrated as a man. If you speak anything against a black woman and pull her cards, it's not a popular thing to do. It's happening more and more every day. But they're going to call you a homosexual. They're going to say you gay. You know, they're going to say you hate all black women. They're going to get you up out of there with deflections and shaming tactics to try to dim the light of others from seeing the truth. To be a mode of distraction from other people seeing the truth. You know? So that they can wake up and start sounding the alarm. You know? And like I was saying earlier, I'm going to touch back on this and reiterate. You know, I do have a sense of unification with my people. I do identify myself as a black man. You understand? But there's limitations to all that. Because I also know that we all not cut from the same cloth either. And a lot of our people are enemies to our people. We read the scriptures, man. A lot of our own people had to be put to death by the thousands. You know? Read Ezekiel. Read the book of Ezekiel. Shit, read the Torah. Read the book of Numbers, Exodus. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Read them. People was getting bodied, man, because our people are rebellious. Rebellious. If you put in wickedness come out. You know what I'm saying? This is the mystery of life. What you put in is what you get. What you reap is what you sow. No one can overcome this. This is one of the rudiments to life. So the BAW thinks that all is going to be, jolly. She can, disconnect herself from the black man, disconnect herself from all things that are righteous, disconnect herself from her covering and her leadership and her instruction. She can disconnect herself from that, take the ideologies of another culture, a culture that hates her and wants her destroyed, but some odd reason she thinks her people are going to thrive. And I want to say her people because they are hers. 72% of the households are hers. When she gets married, 70% of them leave the marriage and everything becomes hers. What has she done with it? What does she have to show for it? Nothing but victimized situations where her ass is a fucking victim. Because she's wide open and she don't know it. What power do you got, black woman? What power, honestly, what power do you have? They fail to understand that they are in a matrix. They are in a social construct that they do not have to affiliate themselves with, but they will because they're obedient slaves. What do you hear all the time? We're the most educated. We're the most educated. You're a fucking slave. What does it matter outside of the white man's domain? Why do you want to lay in the house with the white man? Why do you want to be in his domain? When you can have your own house, you can have your own domain and rule it with your man. And be happy. This is why the feds had to get on Huey P. Newton and Fred Hampton and destroy that Black Panther movement by throwing a bunch of women and having women go up in there with feminist ideals. They had to turn our women out. They took the oldest play in the book. That's what Satan did himself. You get to the man by the woman. If you want any manner of destruction done, go through the woman. Come on now, we got to understand this. This is basic knowledge right here. We should know this. Whatever ideologies you got in your head that women are dainty, holy, clean, moral beings, get that bullshit out of your head and look at this for what it is. You know? So when our people and our young boys again, and there was another lynching in Mississippi. Two black men were lynched. When our people die, getting killed, getting raped, getting plundered, it's sad. It is. But I got to look at it as, you know what? That's a 2/3. Them the tears getting cut off, man. Them the tears getting cut. And a lot of the situations are really sad, you know. And I'm not going to say everybody who of our people who are getting slain and killed are evil. I ain't going to say that. But they are within a matriarch society, within their own communities, which leaves them an open way to get plundered, an easy way to get plundered. You know, I'm not going to take a victimhood stance on this. I'm going to look at the root of it. We have no protection. Instead of, it's dysfunctional. You know, when something's dysfunctional, it can be either A, reissued a function. And our women have been reissued a function. They've been given a new program, a new system, a new way. So, it's not like they're not submissive. It's not like they're not obedient. It's not like they're not naturally who they are as women. They are naturally not what they should be as women, but it's who they serve. You know? And for some odd reason, Eve she serves Satan. She runs over and gives ear and obeys Satan. Anything but the black man. She ain't gonna obey and be submissive and subservient to you. She'll do it for the white man, though. She'll do it for the serpent, though. She'll do it for feminism, though. You know what I'm saying? She'll do it for all these ideologies rather than the patriarchy, which is the only thing. A patriarch, which is going to be the only thing that damn near solidifies her survival, hers and that of her offspring. You know? It's nothing but benign. It's nothing but beneficiary that she does come back to the patriarch structure. But she won't do it because she got this. Because feminism lied to her. Because the white man lied to her. So when her kids are getting killed in the street, we're going to learn how to harden our hearts. You know, it's sad. But our concern as black men, red pill black men, should be that of our households. We got to mind our business to a certain extent, even with our own people, because we know why it's going on. We know why it's happening. We know these people racist. But these racist people is cutting your woman a check to sue your motherfucking ass and take your money from you, to financially bind you. You know? The woman loves him. She loves the white man. Well, and the sad thing is, with all this violence going on against our people from the nation of our enemy, am I saying all white people are racist? No. Am I saying all white people are evil? I'm not saying that. There's a point of individualism in everything. But as a whole, yes, they are racist. And as a whole, yes, they don't like black people. And who do you see? Well, who do I see on a constant basis in these inner cities, in these major cities, man? It's the black fucking woman. Still sleeping with them, still being the bed wenches, still trying to impress and trying to prove themselves worthy to be with him like he's the prize. Like he's not the, like his nation of people are not the ones fucking you up, killing your kids. Like his race of people is not behind Planned Parenthood. You know, and all the evils and atrocities that's behind Planned Parenthood. You know, putting our people at a negative birth rate. She loves sleeping with the enemy, man. Eve loves sleeping with the enemy, man. You know, and then wonder why shit falling apart. There's no solution, yo. Well, there is a solution. The only solution starts with the empowerment of black men, not the woman. The woman needs, her power needs to be stripped from her. She needs to be subjugated. She needs to be controlled, man. Because look what's happening. You might say, oh, you're a chauvinist. Yes, I'm a fucking chauvinist. Because we got to be honest here. She's empowered. I'm not going to say equal to the black man, even probably more so than the black man. But what is she doing with the power that she does have? What is she doing with the, what is she doing with it? Because I can tell you what black men were doing when they had power. When we was in our power, pre-70s, we was taking care of it. We was taking care of our homes. In our power, we provided as alpha males. In our power, we developed the Black Panther Party. In our power, we built communities. In our power, the black woman was always part of our plan. We never left y'all behind. We never left the black woman behind. But what's the rhetoric today? That we leave. That we leave. No, it's never that the woman's a fucking hoe and that she's unchaste and that she's spreading her legs to every dirty dick Rodney and every street thug. No, it can never be that. It's that she got impregnated by this guy and he left her. Bitch, it was never a relationship. A lot of mothers is conceiving these children in one-night stands after the clubs, man. All our brothers who've been off the porch, man, and been sowing these wild oats, man, we know. We've been there, done that. We know how easy these women is. A lot of them are whores. And we know that because like daughter is like mother. And when we look at the young girls, what we see, whoredom. Who's teaching them this shit? They mothers. Because they want to redefine shit. The problem with redefining shit is, if it has no basis of truth to it, then you're believing a lie. And the black woman has been sold a lie, and she cannot see that how obvious this lie is through all the negative repercussions of the lie in which she believes to be true. It's not designed for you to do it alone. You are not equal to a man. You cannot raise children by yourself. Everything that has anything to do with you and anything that your hands touch becomes dysfunctional in one way or another. It's just the fucking truth. And now we have a black community that's like sitting ducks in a pond. That the system can just fuck up and just put a bullet in and, you know what I mean? Like, and kill. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just sitting ducks as a people. We see all these young boys getting killed. Where they fathers at? You know why? You know what I'm saying? 72% single mother house rate because they believe they can do it on their own. But yeah, where the thugs at? Where the thugs at? Why don't the thugs come out when these things happen and do something about it? Where they at? Where are they? Y'all raising them. That's what you got to show for the community. Then you don't want to take no credit for anything fucked up when it's all directly, obviously, fruited from you. BAW. Man, I can go on and on and on about this, man. But that's just some of my insight on the dysfunction of the black community and why we're constantly being killed. You know what I'm saying? Why we're constantly being plundered and spoiled out here on these streets. Just try and give y'all another perspective on this, man. You know? Just something to really think about. You know, but thank you for tuning in to the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. Shalom, and I'll catch y'all next time.